Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another installment in the Will I Buy It series. Here on my channel we like to talk about new and upcoming releases, and we add a little French twist. For collections we want, we say oui, and for collections we don't want, we say non merci. And today we're talking solely about holiday 2023. We have so many holiday releases coming out, so that is today's topic. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. Thank you for joining me this morning at the mall. We're gonna go ahead and go to all the counters, all the boutiques, all the department stores, and see all of these holiday releases because we have so many to talk about. Some of them have been out for weeks, months. Some of them are coming out soon. This is a great way to just keep a tally, keep a notebook here, write down what are we saving our money for, what are we splurging on, and what are we just going to skip entirely. First up, I have here the Gucci Holiday 2023 collection. All of the blogs that I'm mentioning before, they're all listed down below, so please go ahead and check them out. So Gucci, here we're going to have something pretty concise. Gucci is not a brand that does like 14 new products for each holiday release, which I appreciate. So we're going to have here a Poudre de Beauté Éclat Soleil, so bronzing powder. I love the packaging. When it comes to Gucci packaging, they know what they're doing. I have tried out several Gucci products, bronzers, face powders, lipsticks, mascara, also very good. And the packaging just looks so nice. Like the green and this like maroon, red, brown. I would not think of combining those colors, but they just look really good. I think that they look really lovely. So here it looks like there are in fact two face powders, and it almost looks like one is a bronzer and one's maybe a highlighter. I'm not certain exactly. It just says Éclat Soleil, which to me means like bronzer, but there are two shades here. So maybe they're coming out with several bronzer shades in that compact case. Unclear. I think a lot of these releases will come out October, November, maybe a little bit. Well, some of them have been out before, but this looks really pretty, really gorgeous. It's definitely a very clear aesthetic. I think it's going to be for a lot of people, and for a lot of people, it's not going to be for them. It's kind of, I think it's going to be very split 50-50. And then we have these lipsticks. We have 208, They Met in Argentina, 505, Janet Rust, and 509 Janny Scarlett. They all look like reds that match the packaging. You know, that like deep brick red, maroony red. They look like they match the packaging of the tube, and the tube has the gold with that green and the maroony red. So it's sticking on point. I know exactly what this is without even knowing what brand it is. I'm like, oh, it's Gucci. It's totally Gucci, this entire collection here. So it's going to be very small, very concise. I appreciate that. I don't know. I feel like the lipsticks all look like they have like a velvet matte finish. It's hard to tell from the photo exactly, but it's a matte finish. So really pretty. I don't know if I'm going to get this. Honestly, it's probably a non merci for me unless I go to the store and get persuaded. Because sometimes when you go to the store, you buy more. I think I buy more in person than I do online. Something about being in person, I impulse purchase more. So it's probably a non merci unless I see it in person and it's really lovely, then maybe. But as always, sound off in the comments below. Okay, so next up is Tom Ford. This is the Tom Ford Soleil Neige collection. And fun fact, I actually have this collection. I have the highlighter and the eyeshadow palette because I went shopping in store and I picked up a few products and I didn't even realize it was the holiday release. Yeah, so Soleil Neige for this year. We have here a Soleil Neige body oil and a perfume as well. I did not see those in store. Let's just go ahead and skip to the palette here. So I have it here. I'm going to be reviewing, tutorialing this collection very soon. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you have your notification bell set to on, because for the past little minute, YouTube has not been sharing my videos and my content with you guys. So make sure you're subscribed. double check that your notification bell is on. So this is, the eye quad here is called 01 Lumière d'hiver, so winter lights. And this is what it actually looks like here. It looks a little bit different from the promo photo, obviously, but it's really pretty. I'm really happy with this palette here. It's really nice, and yeah, review and tutorials coming shortly. So the formula is a classic Tom Ford formula. You have 2 mattes and 2 very satiny, shiny eyeshadow finishes in there too. It's very pretty. Soleil, Neige, it's, you know, giving winter. It's giving holiday for sure. And then we have 2 highlighters here, the 01 Rose Irisé and 02 Grand Paradise here. So the first one has more of like a pinky rose undertone, and the other one is more golden. I picked up the 01 Rose one. I am in fact wearing the Rose one today, and that's what it looks like here. Absolutely gorgeous, stunning. I love the highlighter. The formula is so buttery but so finely melt, and it melts like it's a powder, but it melts into the skin so beautifully. Then we have these 3 lip products. I didn't see these in store. So these are the Gloss Luxe. We have 20 Phantom 08 Inhibition and 24 Sunrise. They all look pretty. I think the first 2, the nudie brown and the pink, look the most interesting to me. So maybe I'll go back and see if they have any lip products. And then, like I stated, we have the shimmering body oil and the perfume. So this collection obviously is a oui for me. I literally picked it up without realizing. I was like, I think this is holiday because of the name, but I couldn't remember, and I just thought it was pretty and I liked the swatches, so I picked it up. So yeah, it's a oui. Moving on to Dior, we have Christian Dior, their holiday release here. Now listen, I really like Dior as a brand. It's one of my favorites, but just looking at like the classic 5 shadow palettes and the blushes, it's giving it's giving a Ferris Buellerian attempt at a holiday release, because if we just look at like the first 4, we've just seen this literally every single year from the brand. Like every year they have a smoky silver palette and a golden warm palette every year. And every year the embossing, the packaging is a little bit different, and that's it. And then there's always a blush there's almost always a peachy one and then a berry one. So yeah, but there is more to this release here. We have a lot more going on, but I don't know exactly what the inspiration is for this year. What's the inspiration for the detailing in the back, because it matches the eyeshadows and the blushes. Are they ugly? Of course not. Like, they are pretty. I just have so much of the exact same repeated, you know? There's only so many Dior eyeshadow quints that I can get that are like silver, dark, smoky eyes for the holidays. I don't need like 17 of them. So the first slide is a non merci for me personally. No. Now let's move on to the Backstage collection. So Backstage is a little bit different. It's still Dior, but Backstage price point is a little bit lower, and it's marketed towards a more younger audience. It's available only at Sephora. You can't get it at the boutiques or anything like that. And so for me personally, the Backstage release here is intriguing me more, specifically the cool toned slight purple palette. The top one, it's too warm for me, too much red. It's not for me, but I think it could look nicer on different skin tones, just not for me. But for me, what's calling me is the cool leaning palette. I love a cool eyeshadow. We haven't seen any in so long. And so that to me so far is the one item that's calling my name. And I love the lip maximizers, lip glows. I'd like to see these in person because the top lip products look like they're going to be sort of like a mahogany, brownie lip color, which could be really nice. So I might pick and mix a few things here and there. So far, Backstage, I think, is winning my attention and my purse strings. Now we have some liquid lipsticks here and some nail polishes. It looks as though the liquid lipsticks might have a little bit of a metallic finish. You know, if you sort of squint at the photo here, it sort of looks like it's going to be iridescent, don't you think? And the nail colors here, I actually really like them. I like the first two the most. The third one, I don't think it's for me. I think it's for a deeper skin tone because I think it's going to be a bit too yellow for me. The middle one, classic, you know, burgundy red for fall winter, looks good on anyone, always classy. And the first one, it's almost giving like taupey silver. That could be nice. That could be nice. I would want to see a swatch on the Scotch tape just to see how it looks on my skin tone, but I think that looks nice because I love nail polish and I love the brand. So this is very intriguing for me. Now we have here the more in-house, in-boutique, super luxe releases from the brand. And I almost always skip this one. Like the lipstick case for me, I just have so much lipstick and it's hard for me to go through lipstick. So I always skip that lipstick case, but I get it because some people just want to wear the pouch and wear it as a purse. I get that. Some people actually pop out the lipstick part and use it as a purse. Do that if you want. Then there's going to be a cushion and this lipstick here and lipstick case. Now I love a Dior lipstick case, as you can tell. I have a few here. Always gorgeous. So here we have one that's going to match the cushion and also the lipstick purse case thing. It's gold, it's giving holiday, it's giving warm, it's giving inviting, champagne, parties, very, very cute, very pretty. So I've heard that this is coming out in stages. October, like mid-October, and then November, like early November, and then late November. So, you know, around the holiday season, which makes sense. So if you're interested in this, definitely contact your sales associates or keep refreshing the pages, you know, starting in October, and which is now. And then we have these two here, very classic from the brand. We see this every single year. The first one is just eyeshadows. It's a 5 shadow palette. So it's similar in that it's 5 colors, but it's different from the quints that we saw before. These look like more classic, neutral, everyday colors, and I'm interested to see what the case is like. It looks like it's a dark navy and gold, which is so classic Dior. We haven't seen that in so long. And then this is the big face palette. Honestly, I think the face palette looks more intriguing to me than the 2 5 shadow palettes from before. I like the colors in the center. It looks like warm, rich browns with that one pop of like silver white. You get blush colors, you get lip products, you get a face powder. It looks very pretty. I've never splurged and just gotten one of these big face eye lip palettes, but I always like aspire to be that lady. You know, to me, this is something that I would pick up at the airport and then you could just travel with. And then you could just have this as your whole makeup kit in one beautiful little clutch here. So for me, Dior Beauty this year is going to be a pick and mix. It's a oui and non merci. I'm going to have to wait and see. Yeah. Moving on to Clé de Peau, another brand of mine that I absolutely love, unfortunately for my wallet. So this holiday collection here, every year they just knock it out of the park with the packaging. It's just so extra. It's so fantastical and whimsical. It's whimsical and fantastical and just pretty. Like, ugh, look at this. Okay, let's look at, so everything here is limited edition. A lot of the products, specifically skincare, are permanent. It's just the packaging, it's special and whimsical and extra here. But this eye color quad here, which is part of the new formula, is limited edition. So this quad here, it looks like there's fireworks. I can't tell if it's meant to be, I think it's actually meant to be a lily pad, but it looks like fireworks to me. And it's interesting as a color story. You know, we're not seeing a dark smoky or warm gold. We're seeing pink and orange and brown and a dark, like a pinky purple. Interesting. I'm giving points for creativity. I'm giving points for something new. This is not Ferris Buellerian. This is much more colorful and much more fun. So I think that is super pretty. And it looks like the eyeshadows are matching the top of the case here with the color story. So points for that. And then the lipsticks, they often come out with like a mini set of lipsticks with like several different colors, and then they also just have like the full-size lipsticks with the special packaging here. It looks like these are both satin, and one is like more pinky coral, one is more pink. Super pretty. And then the face enhancers, It's the name is like super long-winded, but it's a highlighter. It is beautiful. It's multi-dimensional, and if you look at the eyeshadow, no, the highlighter, it looks like it has peaks and grooves, and it does. And then the case itself also has peaks and grooves. It's just so pretty. It has several different colors, so you just swirl it together, and it's just such a beautiful luminous finish. Super pretty. And then we have La Crème. This is a beautiful, super extra, super luxurious moisturizer here, and this is special edition packaging. The cream is permanent. And then we have several skincare products. They do this every year with a cleanser, oil, serum, moisturizer. It's really just for like clients who are diehards and who just like to collect these every year. And you can often buy these separate or in a little kit, and they just have special edition packaging. So this is a oui for me. I want to see these in person, especially the makeup. I just want to touch and swatch and play with and see what it is. But it's a oui for me for Clé de Peau, because they get points for being creative and thinking outside of the color story. Now let's move on to something that's been out for several weeks here. This is from Hourglass. Now I have to admit, this is not a brand that I know tons of. I use their eyeshadow base a lot. It's great. And I have a blush. It's wonderful. But I have never ventured into their big eyeshadow palettes here. And so this year they came out with multiple different face palettes for their holiday release here. I have to say that just looking at these palettes, they look really pretty. Like, their blushes are gorgeous. They give you that lit from within glow. And I aspire to be one of those ladies who gets an Hourglass palette and who knows how to use everything and like uses up every color, but they are very big and it just seems a bit daunting to use up everything. But it looks pretty. It looks like a combination of blush, highlighter, and bronzer. The thing that makes me hesitate is that I never know exactly which one to get, because it's hard to, I kind of wish I could like pick and mix and like switch out different shades, but you cannot do that. But it just looks really pretty. We have several different hues here for different skin tones. It looks really pretty, and many of you have probably already purchased this and used this up. So sound off in the comments below. Let us know what you think of the Hourglass face palettes for the holidays. Did you get them? Which one did you get? Which one should I get? Let me know in the comments. For me, it's probably a non merci, unless I can see it in person and swatch and then just splurge. But they do look like works of art. Like, I find that the products themselves, the blushes, everything looks so iridescent and beautiful. The product looks like a work of art, and I find that the cases also just look super beautiful, like very extra and a little bit outside the box. You know, it's, the animals look different. It's not just the same holiday packaging over and over again, and I appreciate that. So pretty. Okay, moving on to Guerlain. Now, I hope you're sitting down, because we will be getting new Guerlain meteorite pearls for the holidays. I am so excited. So okay, first shot here. At first, when I saw this, I was not certain, because I was not certain of the eyeshadow palette. But let's just take a big look here, soak it all in. I'm seeing lots of green. Green, interesting. But not like a typical green for the holidays. So at first I thought that the maroon purple was a red, and I was like, if you're giving me red for eyeshadow, no. But it actually is a deep purple. I could play with that. I could jive with that. And then we have a green and a yellow and a light champagne color. Now it looks to me as though the green and yellow and champagne have possibly the same finish, and possibly that deep purple is matte. Unclear promo photo, but very intriguing. Also, the color story is intriguing, confusing, not sure what to do. I feel like I could use like 2, 3 colors at once. I'm not sure about the purple, green, and yellow at once. Green and champagne, yeah. Purple, champagne, and yellow, yeah. But unclear. It could be fun. It could be a fun creative exercise just to see what I can come up with. But it looks very pretty. And then we have a golden leopard bronzer here. This is the terracotta sun-kissed healthy glow blah 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 bronzer. Yeah, looks really pretty. Leopard print. It gives me like the nanny, like Fran Drescher from the 90s vibe. That's what it gives me here. I love their terracotta bronzer, super pretty. I always wreck mine because I just like swirl my brush in so the pattern is dissolved instantly. We have 3 lipsticks here. I think 1 is satin and 2 are matte. Their lipsticks are phenomenal. Specifically, their matte versions. They're super long wearing, incredibly comfortable, last several hours. They don't really fade. They're just really exquisite. So their lipsticks, I cannot talk about enough. The cases, I'm very extra, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to see them in person. Like, I like glitter. I like animal print. But I don't know. Je suis pas sûre. But then this, yes, 100%. It's giving me like snake scales, like dragon scales. It's green, it's gold. Ugh, I love it. But I have no idea what the meteorite pearls look like inside. Is it a blush? Is it a highlighter? I don't know. What is it? I don't know. But it looks super pretty. Yeah, I think this, so it's called the Light Revealing Pearls of Powder, number 2 Christmas Glow. Must be a highlighter. Super pretty. So that's a we. The pearls, yep, just shut up and take my money, 100%. And then we also have the Advent calendar. I've never gotten a holiday Advent calendar because they're so expensive. And I just feel like if I'm either going to get a collection or an Advent calendar. And then I just get the collection, so I don't get the Advent calendar. But it looks really pretty. I like the box. It looks like it'd be a great ornament to hang up behind me. But Guerlain is a oui for me. Not everything, but it's a oui for me. Moving on to Charlotte Tilbury. So again, I'm really intrigued by this simply because it looks different. This is their holiday release here, but they're not doing anything super classic or traditional. They're thinking outside the box here with the color story, and I'm a big fan. It looks very iridescent. Like, I love the purples. I love the center cool icy blue shade. I think it looks super pretty. It's giving very holiday, very festive, like super fun, shimmery eye looks here. So I think that looks really nice. Is it going to be very wearable for every day? We'll see. Maybe the top row looks more wearable with like maybe 1 pop of color here. But they're getting points for me for just doing something different and just doing something more fun here. I love that. We have some arm swatches here. So definitely a more shimmery iridescent palette. Looks really stunning. And we also have these blush highlighter compacts. Listen, the models look gorgeous. They have like cheekbones for days. I love the blush and highlighters. They look really pretty. It just looks like a really great combination here. What else? We have lots of kits, whether it's the wand, like highlighter, blushes. We have lip glosses, lipsticks. We have skincare. We have one that's like a mini of a bunch of, there's a lipstick, lip liner, eyeliner, mascara, cheek product. There's a lot going on. So they kind of look like you can just sort of hang them up in like a tree or something. So it's giving gift, it's giving holiday. I like it. I'm gonna have to see if I can swatch this in person. It's a peut-être. It's a maybe for me. Moving on to Givenchy. We have their holiday release here. And again, they're doing something a little bit different. I mean, Givenchy is a bit like Gucci where they sort of just do their own thing. They don't come out, it's not like Dior where they're like, every year we have to come out with like blah, 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 blah. They sort of just like spurt out a few creative items here. So we have the eyeshadow palette. I've never tried Givenchy eyeshadows. I've heard that they can be hit or miss. I'm surprised they haven't reformulated these because they've redone their blushes, a lot of their lip products, and I was certain that they would redo the formula for the eyeshadows. This one here, it's really interesting. It's pink, it's purple, there's orange, and again, there's that like white, cool blue. It's a little reminiscent of Charlotte Tilbury, but it still looks a little bit different. It's a little overwhelming, the 9 colors, and it's just a lot of color story going on here, but I think I'm giving it points for creativity. Now moving on to the lip products here. We are seeing some repeat colors like 36 and 16. I have both of them in various different lip formulas, but 554 looks different. And 36 and 16 are velvet, so they're nice matte, whereas 554 is a satin. So we have some nude and some red here. We have this beautiful loose powder here called Celebration Pastel Gorgeous. I think this is a new color. It's their loose face powder. I think it's a loose face powder. I don't think it's a highlighter. It just says Celebration Pastel. So I'm guessing, yeah, this is a face powder because they have new liquid highlighters. I wasn't sure if the powder was a face powder or a highlighter, but this is a liquid highlighter. So we have two colors here, and I don't know the names, but I can see one is lighter and more champagne and one is a bit deeper and more golden. I don't have any other information. This will be out in the next several weeks, I'm guessing, but this looks interesting. I'm really curious about the liquid highlighters because it just looks different. I really like the Prisme Libre foundations and concealers, and now they're coming out with liquid highlighter. I like that this is concise, it's precise, it's not over the top. So this is a oui for me. Moving on to By Terry. We have a palette here. This is the Opulent Star VIP Expert Eye Palette, and this is part of their holiday release here. So I guess a lot of brands got the memo to just like mix and match a whole bunch of colors here. This is giving me a little bit more classic traditional vibe, but with fun colors. We do see a super dark matte with like a light pinky rose color, and we also have that dark navy. So you could go into your classic, you could do like a dark navy and pink smoky eye, pretty, but then you also have like a pink and a purple and a yellow, so you could do something more fun. But then you also have like that dark matte brown, that beautiful like sort of, what would you call that color on top of the dark brown? Like I want to say mink. I don't know if that's the right term here, but like slight gold satin. And we have in the bottom center, it looks like a matte sort of peachy pink color. So you're getting a little bit of everything. You're getting some fun, funky colors with some more classic traditional holiday shades. And the top of the case looks whimsical, looks super fun. It's Paris at night. It's giving everything. Love that. I think this is a oui for me. Well, I don't know. Oui in execution and color story, I love it, but I'm probably not going to buy that, to be honest. Unless I see swatches, because sometimes that has happened where I'm like, I'm not buying that. And then I see reviews and swatches and I get influenced, because it is possible for an influencer to get influenced. I am living proof of that. Okay, moving on to Pat McGrath. Now, I need to take another coffee here because this is a lot. All right, we have got the Pat McGrath holiday release here. There is so much going on. So this is all limited edition. This is the Bijou Brilliance Pat McGrath collection. Now, for those of you watching who are huge Pat McGrath aficionados, let us know which one of these are repeats, because apparently she does a lot of repeats in her releases. Let me know. So what do we have? We have the Mothership Bijou Brilliance Blush and Eyeshadow Palette, 2 variations. So that's blush and eyeshadow palettes up there, 2 blushes, 9 eyeshadows. Very pretty. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of purple and green this year for holiday. Interesting. Just like a note that I'm just, gleaning here. So I love that. It's different. It's fresh. I am not a huge, big eyeshadow palette person, but a lot of people love them. And I know Pat McGrath always sells out. So if this is for you, I'm happy because you're going to be super thrilled with this. We also have the Bijou Brilliance eyeshadow palettes, 4 variations. So those are the ones on the side there. So those are 5 shadows, and we're seeing a bit of everything. We have the top neutral nudes. We have what looks like a more classic smoky, but it looks like there's a bit of variation with a green and a purple. We have, the 2 bottom ones there, they look a bit more classic, but a bit deeper, just like everything a bit more amplified, a bit smokier, a bit richer, a bit deeper. And then we have the Divine Blush Bronze Glow Trio. Sometimes a trio is good. Sometimes you just want a blush, bronzer, and highlighter palette. 3-in-1, it can be really easy. And then we have the Dark Star Color Blitz Mascaras. 3 shades. I'm seeing green, red, and blue. Okay. I have never worn red mascara. I have worn green and I have worn blue, but I've never worn a red mascara. I'm actually surprised with the red. I don't know what you would wear that one with. Well, maybe if you got the deeper palette for like the face and eye, because that one has some like rich maroony colors. Maybe that one would work. I don't know. Unclear. Personally, this Pat McGrath release is going to be a non merci for me. I know myself. I appreciate the effort, Miss McGrath, but it's non merci for me. Moving on to YSL. So here we have a collection here. I don't know if it has a name, but we've got a lot going on here. I love the cracked white and gold. I love white and gold as a color combination, and I love just the pattern here. So we have a mini Clutch Couture eyeshadow palette here. So this palette here, nothing was reinvented with the color story. It's giving classic, smoky. You could do gold and black or silver and black. You know, nothing's super reinvented here, but it's cute. I'll give it that. It looks cute. What else do we have? We have the perfume here. I don't think that this is a different version. I think it's a different packaging for the holidays. And it looks like the case also has that gold crack in it as well. Very nice, very extra. We have an advent calendar as well. Lots of makeup, I think some skincare and perfume as well. We have the Healthy Glow Lip Plumper. It looks like it's a universal nudie pink. We have this cushion here. It says cushion foundation in limited edition packaging. Unclear which shades will be available, but it looks really nice. I like white and gold. And then we have these lipsticks here, the Rouge Pure Couture, the slim lipsticks. I think these are the only lip colors available for this release. Unclear. 21 and 1966. I think 21 to me looks nicer. It looks a bit more berry and a little bit brighter looking. So I think that one just looks really nice. And I think that's it. We've run the gauntlet. Oof, that was a lot. Okay. There are a lot of holiday releases. I think I've covered most, but not all. There's definitely more out there. I didn't cover NARS, Bobbi Brown, Laura Mercier, or Chanel. I did see some people posting Chanel holiday recently, but I'm going to wait because Chanel is notorious for removing people's Instagram accounts. So I'm going to wait for that personally. But yeah, I guess this is luxury holiday. Will I buy it round 1? I might do a round 2 very soon. We'll see. And yeah, I think a lot of releases might be coming out around the 15th or 17th of October. If not, wait for the second round around like November 2nd, 4th, something like that. Like I think those are typically the dates, but it depends because oftentimes, I don't know, there were definitely years where a lot of releases were coming out in like early to mid October. Sometimes it's November. It depends. I try to go back to my own catalog of videos of when I was releasing holiday releases, and it depends. Some years it's October, sometimes it's November. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed this roundup of holiday releases. Leave comments down below. What do you think is exciting and you're going to spend your money on? What are you skipping entirely? I cannot wait to hear from you because there's so much, like not only so many releases, but each release has so much going on. So I can't wait to hear from you. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you next time. Bye.